So
I'm trying to get myself situated there.
Live.
actually, we're
Hi.
It's the Beauty and the Beasts.
You're very nice.
just need the horns.
Yeah.
Put on the boss.
I have horns. For my
Is that for the Ren Fair?
it is.
That's something we're going to do this year.
Oh, you're going to the
Good.
fair?
We are going back after a several year absence. I mean, last year, of course, because of the Rona.
Yeah.
But
Right.
which is totally legit. Don't cancel us, YouTube.
Which one are you going to? Maryland?
Probably Maryland. We might check out the Virginia one as well.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
the Maryland one's like an hour from us. It's not far at all. And
No, Maryland one is really good. I've been to that one. That's good.
gives me a reason to bust out the kilt. So
It was a weird weekend for me, but I'm sorry. I can't figure out where I'm sitting.
Renaissance Fair and weird weekend.
Yeah, right. I know.
That's impossible.
There's this show. Are you going to talk about the show, Alan?
I was just going to say that, but you go ahead.
What was it? Last summer they put it out, or the
Yeah.
summer before?
Yeah, it was like last year.
American Princess, and it was only the one season, and it's such a bummer. It was just one season.
Yeah.
But if you like Ren fairs, you must watch it because it's just, first of all, it's hilarious, and secondly, it's Ren fairs.
Right.
I mean, if you've been in the Ren fair at any amount of time,
You'll recognize the
yeah.
characters.
They have the mud show, and they have
Yep. Yeah. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
it's like
The,
universal.
the mud show and the washer winches and
Yeah.
it's just good.
the queen and the pretentious idiots and
Yep.
it's got everything.
It's really good.
Does yours do like branch off into pirates?
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
So
And the human
so-
chessboard.
yeah. Human chessboard. Did they do that on
yeah, the
show?
one
I don't remember.
No, I don't think they did, but they did they have all the stuff, the turkey legs and all that kind of stuff.
Chowda bowls, chowda.
Yeah, the one down here does the theme weekends.
Always
You
fun.
got pirates and
Sorry, adjusting my bra.
the
Don't have that problem. I'm just a B cup.
You're doing better than me, Jay.
It's probably close at one point in time.
God. Oh, all right then. Yeah, that's a great show. It's funny.
Yeah, you can find it. I don't know where
and
it's. Where
The
it's
title
playing
is
now,
actually a play on words, which probably wouldn't, it's a subtle play on words.
Go on.
Well, I'm just saying, you'll have to watch it and find out.
Yeah,
You'll-
it's a great show.
Okay.
It's a good like summer show. Like a summer light, funny thing.
Don't have
I
to
get-
think too much about it.
Yeah, I
No.
feel like I want to watch it again now.
Well, speaking of shows that are starting again this summer,
Oh
Archer.
my God.
Archer's
back.
starting?
Huge fan of Archer.
Yeah, but is it the sucky Archer or is it a good Archer?
No, they're back. They're back. They're like, okay, we're done with this. We're spies and
Done
Okay.
with the weird shit?
yeah,
Okay.
they did
good.
the spies last season.
Yeah,
too,
last
so.
season was like they came back and they were
Yeah.
like real Archer, but like for a
Right.
while there, like I don't know what was happening.
They did all the weird
Archer
shit.
was like in a coma, and then
Yeah. It was
I
weird.
wasn't into it. I didn't watch that whole season.
didn't
I
either.
don't think with the Miami Vice
There
or whatever
were,
it was.
There were a couple. There was
Yeah,
one
there was
where
like
it
two or
Miami-
three. There was Miami Vice, and
One
then
was
there
like
was
film noir,
Yeah.
like 1930s detectives.
it just wasn't as
Hi.
good.
I thought it was interesting because they're kind of exploring what you can do with the, because it's a cartoon. You can do whatever the hell you want. But
Right.
I think it would have been neat to do one season where you did every show was a different genre. That would have been cool. And then go right back to the formula. But anyway, they're back to doing the stuff that they were doing that was fun. So
Good.
Excellent.
I'll probably watch it.
looking forward to it. And I think Battle Pots is coming back too.
Jay.
So geeky, but I love it. I just wish I knew anything. I wish I knew a damn thing about engineering because I would love to get into that, but I'm just so bad.
When you retire, that will be your thing.
There we go. It's just going to be a giant lawnmower. Just a blade.
I keep looking at one of my Roombas
Just
and
a
thinking,
rotating blade.
I could do something with that.
Well, see, I'd be so tempted to just go to Walmart and buy like 10 of the little $20 remote control trucks and pack them with C4. And
There
just,
you go. Yeah.
I win.
Oh no.
Like you're not allowed to use high explosives.
Oh geez.
Is it in the rule book?
So I got to show me the rule. Oh, there it is. Oops. Oh, is my face red?
My bad.
Oops.
So you remember last summer or during COVID, whatever, I was refinishing furniture.
Yes. You were finding
Right.
like the most awesome furniture.
Yeah, well,
Uh-oh.
most of it's still in the garage because I had to go back to work. You know, I don't have time to spend hours and hours out in my garage refinishing furniture. But the time is coming because we got a new bed and Mike needs a dresser now. So I got to get
right.
on the dresser. It's in the garage. I got to fix it. Anyway,
Cry on. Just cry
so-
on. You know, rattle can. You good. You good.
oh God.
Gold.
Oh,
Mike, I can see Mike with gold. Huh?
No. I spent a long time stripping some furniture from paint, and I would never do that to another person. But this past week, I guess it was last week, garbage night, that I was driving back from the store and coming down my street, and lo and behold, there was this beautiful vintage waterfall dresser on the side of the road, and I got all excited, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, but the thing I was excited about, and this is what I've resorted to, is the hardware.
Yep.
And I drove home because it was just like on the street. I drove home and Mike was home. I was like, "Get in the car. We're going to go get he's like, what? I was like, "I don't want the dresser. I just
Get
want
in,
the
loser.
hardware."
We're going shopping.
Yeah. So I just want the hardware. And he's like, "Well, do you want to just strip it there?" I was like, "No, let's just take the whole thing and we'll just get the hardware and put it back on the curb next week for garbage." And so we did that. And, oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
So we get it in the car. Well, first of all, like we get to the curb where it is, and I get out of the car and immediately I can smell it.
Oh.
It's got like
Dead body?
cigar.
Oh,
No,
cigar.
like cigar smoke. Like
But
50
so
years
not
of cigar
dead
smoke.
hooker, but
Not dead hooker, not even cigarette smoke, but cigars. I mean, it was just like
Yeah.
really
this thing
bad.
has had Uncle Eddie's ashes for about 40 years.
Horrible. So I get in the back of the RAV4. One of the reasons I bought the RAV4 was that I could garbage pick furniture off the side of the road. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, you're at 4.
Anyway, so we get it home into the driveway, and immediately, like, we pull it out of the RAV4, scavenge all the hardware off, and the hardware is beautiful. It has like Bakelite, and it's
Excellent.
it's the type of hardware that if you try to buy it on eBay, it's like at least $50 for the set.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm just thinking I'm going to swap out some hardware on the pieces I already have. So anyway, strip out all the hardware, and it was so stinky. It was terrible.
Oh.
And so we just left it in the driveway near the garbage cans. And by this time, the garbage truck had gone for the week. And I said, "Well, we'll just leave it outside. Whatever. Who cares? Put it out on the curb. Garbage night in a week." Right. So we do that, and it sits out in the rain and out next to my garbage can for a week. And so garbage night comes. We put the dresser out on the curb. Wake up the next morning, and Mike's like, "Oh my God, someone took the stinky dresser." I was like, "You've got to be kidding. Like, who would want that?" First of all, it doesn't have any hardware. Secondly, it smells really, really bad. I was like, "Well, good luck to them, because you're just going to end up putting it in the trash." And that's why we didn't put it in the fire pit, is because It smelled so bad that I was like, I can't even imagine burning it. It would just be,
Yeah, you release the evil spirits.
oh my God.
You
So-
mentioned the RAV4, Brita.
Yeah.
I have a 2021 RAV4. 60,000 mile service, and they give you a loaner. So I have a new one, and it has that fuel saving bullshit where it shuts down when you're at traffic lights.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You can turn that off.
Yeah,
so
but you have
weird.
to turn it off every single time you get in the damn car. You can't just.
Well, if you owned it, you could go in and program it and turn it off permanently.
Yeah. But
yeah.
here's the thing. It was like 90 degrees today, so I had the air conditioning on.
Oh man, I hate that.
You're sitting at the light, it's shut off,
Oh my gosh.
and then, we need to power the air conditioning. So it starts back up, and the fucking car lurches forward.
Oh my gosh.
I'm my foot on the brake, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, I'm glad there was nobody in front of me. But I'm like,
That's terrible.
This is a design flaw, people.
Yeah, big time.
I'm like, yeah, I would be taking this out with a claw hammer,
That's amazing.
So I'm going to, next new car is going to be very carefully chosen. Like, does it have this? No, good.
That's interesting.
They all have it, do they?
Almost all new cars have that feature, and almost the hybrid, like my truck, it's interesting because the air conditioner compressor and the brakes all run off of their own electric motors, so the engine doesn't have to be on, and the AC runs just fine. So
you just kill your battery.
Yeah,
it's a big ass battery.
Well, you also live in a really hot place. So yes, just if you buy a new car, be careful.
Can you imagine?
Also, can I finish my story?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We got sidetracked.
Oh my God. I feel like I'm talking with men. It's just terrible. Anyway, right. So today I get a text message from my friend Amanda. And she had the day off today, and she had earlier in the morning said, "Hey, I'm going to walk down to the rummage sale at the church," which was the same church with the Oktoberfest in July. She's like, "I'm just going to walk down there," and later on I get an email with a picture. She's like, "I found the stinky dresser." So somebody had come by in the middle of the night, taken the stinky dresser off my lawn, and brought it to the church rummage sale.
Because a stinky dresser with no hardware is exactly the kind of thing that somebody would pay money for.
I don't know, man. But
now you need to go find out if it's
who bought it,
sold it, or if it's in the trash.
I know who bought it, because it will never die. The stinky dresser will never die.
Damn.
It's the Andrew Cuomo of dressers.
It totally is.
Oh my God. Andrew Cuomo. Jesus. Boy, he took the Northam thing to heart, didn't he?
Yep.
Nope, I'm not going to resign.
Yep.
Is this where they give another award?
Another award?
Well, he got an Emmy, right?
Yeah.
Right. He got an Emmy for killing all the old people. So
right.
What award do you get for sexually harassing your staffers?
Well, given Harvey Weinstein's, I think he gets an Oscar.
Yeah, Roman Polanski.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the women he's accused of harassing were all over the age of 18. So, that's why Joe Biden was so offended. They weren't 5-year-olds who looked like 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny that Biden, they grilled Biden on. Somebody asked him, if Cuomo should resign. He goes, "Yeah," and they're like, "Well, do you think he should be impeached?" And then Biden was like, "Well, we can't." He wouldn't say.
Yeah.
It's like, funny. Come on, he's not there. There is no way in hell they're going to impeach Cuomo. It's just not going to happen. These people, there's Democrats. They just don't do that.
Not to the Cuomo family in New York.
Right.
Not with Chris Cuomo on CNN.
Right.
You know, what do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
CNN didn't even talk about it. And it's just like remember Northam? Everybody called, oh, he should resign. Oh yeah, he should resign. Oh,
he'll
he
be
should
gone
resign.
by the summer.
Yeah, no. Oh, how can he possibly be governor after all this? And he's
After
still there.
all what? The
blackface thing.
Yeah. Where he had
he's a Democrat. All the black people are still going to vote for him anyway. It doesn't matter.
Not in his high school yearbook, not in his college yearbook, his medical school yearbook.
Yeah.
In the 1980s, which
it was the 80s.
I lived in the 1980s, and I remember that blackface was not okay in the 1980s.
Yeah, not cool.
It wasn't.
Not cool, dude.
It was so not okay that the fraternities that used to do blackface stopped doing it.
Right.
In college.
Right.
So was it like a Halloween costume or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but there was some confusion as to which one he was.
Yeah.
So he was either the guy in blackface or the guy in the KKK robe.
Right. and
one of the two.
It's not like somebody found a picture.
Right.
Like somebody, was going through like a student newspaper or something and found this. This was a picture he chose to go into his medical school yearbook. He was so proud of this moment of him in blackface or potentially in a Klan robe. We're not sure.
Right.
I thought he admitted to being in blackface. I thought he admitted to it.
No. That's his out. Well, I don't know. We don't know if it's him. Might not be him. He might be the one in the Klan robe, because that's so much better. Because all of the Klan members in the South turned to the Republican Party, right? Oh, wait, Robert Byrd.
Yeah.
Good friend of our president.
Everybody that's anxiously awaiting the Cuomo impeachment ain't gonna happen.
No, or the resignation. He's about as likely to resign as I am. And I'm not in office, so
I would be, given the state of things and the way things go, and I would be shocked to the core if New York legislature wound up impeaching him.
They're making statements and they're going after.
I think the bigger question is, why did this come out now? Because
Letitia James wants to be the next governor of New York.
Okay.
So
which
is, totally. I
boy, did she screw that up.
I hate to agree with Cuomo, but that's kind of a conflict of interest, even though he is a slimy bastard.
Right.
The fact that you're bringing this up and getting all this airtime when you're looking at his job, it's like, ooh, boy,
she's not getting that job.
You're pushing this investigation because it hurts your biggest rival.
Yeah.
That's called a conflict of interest. Yeah. That's like, I don't know, Mark Kelly supporting Chipman for the ATF head, because he employed him. There's no conflict of interest there.
Right.
Yeah.
But and other than that, it's just funny, just all the Democrats that were like, oh, Trump said grab him by the pussy, he should resign. They're like, who? What?
Well, they have quotes from Cuomo himself saying that.
Oh yeah.
That, there should be no,
No what?
You shouldn't. There should be no. I forget the exact words. Basically, he came out. He tweet after tweet after tweet of him saying that you
believe all women.
Yeah, all that stuff. There should be no.
Yeah. Okay.
You shouldn't have to put up with anybody.
And then it comes out that I don't remember who it was, but one of the leaders of the Time's Up movement.
Oh yeah.
Who was a woman.
Yep.
Made an effort to smear Cuomo's accusers.
Yep.
So whatever. These people, it's just like all lies all the time.
Right.
Yep.
It's just
the only
exhausting.
thing that would shock me is if Cuomo said, I resign. That is literally the only thing that would shock me.
Or if they impeach him. Either one.
That's
I'd be
not
shocked.
going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. No, it's absolutely not going to happen. You know who else isn't going to get impeached?
Joe Biden.
I know they might impeach Donald Trump again.
Biden for directly and flagrantly and with knowledge of forethought violating the Constitution of the United States.
Oh, Alan.
And there is, know what,
Alan, don't be
you
silly.
know what, you know what? There hasn't been a single mention, even from the Republicans, of impeachment.
Well, they're too busy, you know. Abbott and DeSantis are murdering people. Yeah. Because they won't force people to wear masks. That is the most mind-boggling, fucking Orwellian bullshit I think I've ever heard. Because the government will not force you to wear a mask, they're killing people. That leads to mandatory vaccinations.
Right.
And that's... You want to kick something off? Force someone to have a vaccination.
Okay.
Isn't it it's the party that's my body, my choice saying everyone should be vaccinated. It should be mandatory. Yeah.
It's also the party of like no voter ID, but you have to have your vaccination papers to go eat a salad in a restaurant.
Right.
Like
to go indoors. And where are they requiring those, Brita? New York.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder if you need vaccination papers to stuff COVID patients in nursing homes.
Well, New York City is like a ghost town anyway now. It's like a shithole ghost town full of crazy people attacking each other in the street. I mean, like
every other democratically controlled city?
Right. Well, but it's New York. They used to have like a lock on that, you know. They
when the Republicans were in charge,
There you go. And now, like, de Blasio is deciding, well, I'm going to require vaccine passports for everybody to even do business in New York City.
Right.
You better just burn the fucking thing to the ground at this point because it's over.
But that's a great point, though. That's a great point. Oh, the Republicans want to stifle voter participation. They want to keep minorities from voting because, you know, they can't afford an ID. But we're going to require vaccine passports to go anywhere. Now, okay, the vaccine is free. We know it's not free. But if you're...
You know what else is free, Jay?
If you don't have a car, how do you get there?
You know what else is free?
State ID.
State ID if you're poor.
Yeah.
High school, and we all know how much people give a rat's ass about that.
Right.
Yeah. It just...
free college.
Today, I woke up this morning. Okay. I woke up this morning and I checked my work email stupidly because I didn't have to go until noon. But I checked in the morning anyway.
You could have stopped that. I woke up this morning and that was it's a bad day. I woke up.
Right? I know. So I checked my work email and the first email I see is an email from the director saying, "Here we go again."
Oh.
And
I hope this doesn't get the video pulled. I mean, there's nothing false though. I mean, anyway, so because we're like a public building and yada yada and indoors, it is recommended that we wear masks. Even vaccinated people are recommended to wear masks.
Yeah.
And however, just the other day, Mike DeWine, governor of Ohio, came out and said he is not going to mandate anything. There's not going to be any more mandates.
Good.
Which leads me to believe, like, he's up for re-election or whatever. But, I mean, I don't know, whatever. So I spent, like, hours this morning thinking, oh, fuck. Like, do I wear a mask? No. And I've decided fully that they will have to fire me. They're going to have to fire me. I'm not going to do it. If it's not state mandated, even maybe if it is, I still won't. Like, I'm not going backwards. I'm not. This is stupid.
It is.
But oddly, for the past week, I've seen more and more people coming in the library wearing masks. A lot of them under their nose.
Yeah. I see a lot of them under the chin.
I see that too. Just put it on under the chin. I'm like, okay, I guess technically you're wearing it. Good for you. Yeah. So I was like stressed out going into work today, thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna get busted, not wearing a mask, and but I get into work and nothing was different. Nothing was different.
Hmm.
The people who were already wearing masks had their mask on because they're, in my opinion, they're idiots. But I mean, okay. But the people who weren't wearing masks last week still were not wearing masks. And I'm like, even the director who sent out the email was not wearing a mask. And I thought, I think there's like just a level of like covering your ass going on. Well, I sent the email.
Yep. We have a policy.
We have a policy. There's a policy.
It's recommended.
Recommended, not required. So I'm just, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid of, I don't know though. The governor said he's not going to mandate anything. So.
Well, good.
Although the certain businesses like the grocery store is requiring masks for everybody now. Guess who's not getting my business anymore? I'm going to make an effort to go to the local butcher instead of to the big grocery store to buy meat.
Better meat.
Yeah, better meat. Anyway, but not as convenient, but better meat. Better meat. So
that's a sacrifice you might be willing to make. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think I'll be all right. Yeah, so I don't know.
Bacon.
But it just seems like, to me, it's like, oh, the Delta variant, oh, the Lambda variant, oh, the this variant. Like, they're just going to keep on pushing variants. And, what was the quote I saw on Twitter? I can't remember who said it, but it was like, if these kind of pandemic emergencies allow the government to break the law, you're just going to keep on having these pandemic emergencies. And so I went on the CDC website. Everybody can go onto the CDC website and you can check your local county numbers and statistics. You can go and look at them. They are freely available. I went on and I looked at Lake County, Ohio, because the news was, oh, Lake County, Ohio, oh, your cases are rising and it's getting like, I can't remember the term they use, but things are rising and it's significant and whatever. So I went and I looked at the numbers, the actual numbers, and there's a thing where you can like do a time frame, right? And so I was like, okay, let's just look at the last month from August 4th to July 4th. Let's see at the last month. In the whole month, 147 cases of COVID in the entire county.
And how many deaths?
Zero.
You noticed
and
that.
but the number of COVID hospitalizations within the month, one whole month. Tell me why I'm supposed to be panicking. Right. Tell me why.
Were any of those people under 85?
I don't know. It didn't give those statistics, but I'm guessing not.
Well, you had one person admitted to the hospital, and then you had another person, and that's 100% increase.
Yes.
And then you had a third person, and that's another 150% increase.
Oh my God!
Holy shit!
Damn lies and statistics.
Right. We're inundated. Get the masks back out. Yep. Holy shit!
The hospitals are almost overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means they're not overwhelmed.
Not.
Well, the thing is, if you picked your hospital ICU at literally any time, they're only 1 or 2 beds away from being overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's how they are.
That's how they always are.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But again, you omit that little piece of information that not a lot of people know.
Yeah.
Yeah. More people died from, insert random thing here than died from COVID.
Right.
Again, if one person drowns in a bucket and the next month 2 people drown in a bucket, oh my God, the cases have skyrocketed.
It's a crisis.
Yep. Yeah.
We're going to ban all buckets.
Yeah.
We're going to require people to wear scuba gear.
I like the thing that they've been putting on the news, and I think Fox News has been doing it, or I don't know, something, but they show the statistics of deaths from COVID versus deaths by shooting, like in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
They show those two statistics side by side.
More people dying from shooting.
Oh, by leaps and bounds.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Mass shootings now.
Yeah.
They've started rolling those in when there's two rival gangs shooting at each other. Mass shooting.
Oh yeah, mass shooting.
Mass shooting. Yes.
Yeah, and their definition of mass shooting has dropped to like 2 or something like that. It's
God forbid it's next to a school, because then it's a school mass shooting.
Right. Yeah. If it could be 2 blocks away, and it's still a school mass shooting.
Lies and more lies.
But I'm wondering at what point is somebody going to stop and say, we first started hearing about COVID in February of 2020, and Donald Trump was defeated in November of 2020. That's 9 months. Joe Biden's been president since January. It's August.
Almost there.
Almost the same amount of time. And we're still talking about COVID.
Yeah, the game has changed, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The game has changed.
Joe had a plan.
That's
he just wouldn't tell you what it was. And his plan was to get people to vote for him instead of Trump.
Yeah.
And that was the plan.
No, his plan was to fake more votes.
Yeah.
Than Trump got.
Whatever. Well, he had a plan. It's a great plan.
It worked.
I don't really think Joe was cognizant.
Yeah, I think
any plan. He just shows up.
He still isn't. Did you? I saw that video of him shuffling out to the Jeep to drive it
around.
Oh my God!
I really wish he'd stop doing the old man run. The little.
It's like
little run that he does. It's so sad.
He started doing the old man run.
Oh my God!
And it was like I was like, all right, come on, we're gonna, all right. He's still going. He's not there yet. Jesus, how long is this gonna take?
Yeah.
And he finally got to the Jeep, and I was like, when's the last time Joe actually drove something?
Oh, he drove that hybrid F-150.
Yeah, in a straight line. This one he kind of drove in a curve. So it's like, Joe's had more wheel time in the last couple of months than he's had like in the last 40 years.
Well, they're letting him play. Well, no.
They're applauding for him. Yay, Joe, you're driving a car.
He drove his Corvette. That was his big thing. He's got a Corvette.
Uh-huh.
When he did his Detroit, the one where he threatened to take the guy outside.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
and he also drove an 18-wheeler, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's a thing that actually happened.
Yeah. So have I, and so is Alan, and
I have never driven an 18-wheeler.
Neither have I. Neither is Joe Biden.
They're
all of them. Hey, but again, they made a big fucking deal about Trump getting 2 scoops of ice cream when everyone else only got 1.
God.
Joe Biden just comes out with this, I used to drive in one of these Mack trucks. And they're all like, oh.
Joe Biden eats ice cream by the bucketful and nobody says anything.
It just.
It's exhausting.
It's ridiculous.
It really is.
It's ridiculous, and they're just rubbing our noses in it.
Well,
the people that are paying attention, it's just a giant fuck you.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and we know that and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
I would recommend that anybody go back and watch the Tucker Carlson video about the whole eviction moratorium and how Biden is flagrantly breaking the Constitution and
cynically.
They're breaking the law and they don't care. And they know they're breaking the law. There's even headlines.
Right.
There's even headlines of Joe Biden, is considering doing all this stuff for the, whatever. It might be illegal, but is it worth it?
Yeah.
That's where we're at now.
He actually said that he knew it was illegal. He knew it would get overturned, but it'd take some time to do that. And in the meantime,
right,
they'd get another month or 2 of whatever they wanted.
The Supreme Court has already ruled on this.
Yes. Right.
The Supreme Court has definitively said, no, you cannot.
Right. And they're
doing it anyway.
Yeah, they know it. There's no question.
How much longer do we give these people?
Well, That
All of
does
it,
seem
Jay.
to be the problem, Jay.
You know, I mean, at what? Yeah, we hear. It's just you hear the left is like mega corporations are buying up houses, and that's going to drive up prices, and it's going to price the middle class out of blah 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 blah.
All according to plan.
What the
All
fuck do
according
you
to
think is
plan.
going to happen when all of the small landlords suddenly
Yeah.
have to default on their properties?
Oh well.
You know, it's like
BlackRock.
you've got this one stereotype, the Joe Pesci in the Super, you know,
Right.
the slumlord who's making money off of people's misery, and they're just running with it. You know, like that is the only type of person that is a landlord. They don't care about their tenants. They don't fix things. They live in squalor. It's horrible. You know, again, I had a very good friend, God rest his soul, who owned properties in an area of Massachusetts. It was not one of the best areas. And that poor bastard worked his ass off to break even. If this had happened, you know, if he were still doing this now, he'd be bankrupt.
Yep.
You know, because when you have a rent moratorium, so all those people affected by COVID, they can't pay their rent. Guess what happens when they don't pay their rent? The landlord can't pay his goddamn mortgage.
You know
He
what's
can't
funny
pay the-
though? You know what's funny though, Jay? All those people that were affected by COVID,
They got
they
money,
got money from the government. They could have been paying their rent.
Mm-hmm.
They could have been.
Yep.
They just chose not to.
But they didn't have to. They didn't have to. The government said you don't have to pay your rent.
Right.
So all of those small landlords dump their properties cheap because they owe all kinds of back taxes, and the big corporations swoop in. And guess what? You just made the big corporations rich. Congratulations, Joe Biden. You're
Yeah.
on the side of big corporations. Where's
That's called
Antifa?
fascism.
Yeah, where's Antifa now?
That's where we're at. I said to Alan earlier today when we always kind of have like this. I call Alan and we have like a pre-show show, like, you know, getting our shit together for the show. And I said to him, I said, I think it's over. Like the great American experiment is over. It's over. They're just sorting out the details now of how it's going to be.
Yeah, rule of law is dead. There is no rule of law.
Yeah.
We've proven that over and over again. There's no rule of law.
For a long time.
Yeah, but it's really,
for a long
it's
time.
blatantly
When the
in your
when the
face,
president of the
obvious
United
now.
States comes out and says, "Well, it's unconstitutional and probably illegal, but we're going to figure out how to do it anyway,"
We're going to do it anyway.
and nobody
Right.
says anything.
Yep.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Nobody is saying anything.
Yeah.
Nobody's
'Cause
like, "Oh,
it
well, this might be a
feels good.
problem."
It feels good. See, our
Oh, yeah.
feelings
It's because
are
of COVID. Conveniently
Right.
because of COVID. And now conveniently we have Delta COVID. And conveniently next year or 6 months from now, we're going to have Lambda COVID. And and all the pharmaceutical companies, oh, you got to get your booster shot.
Right.
Yep.
And then if you don't have all your shots, you can't fucking do anything in life.
Right.
Like where will be the line for people? I mean, here we
And,
are. Like, where's the line?
And Schumer tried to sneak in some an amendment to the big bill that must be passed that would make like vitamins and supplements subject to needing a prescription from your doctor.
What?
Oh yeah, just snuck it right in there.
Oh my God.
He's wanted that for a long time.
But why? What's the reasoning?
I'm guessing.
Well, I mean,
that he
aside from
contributed
that,
to his
like
campaign.
what is their?
What other reason do you need? Jesus.
I know, but what is the lie that they're saying?
Well, they need to be regulated.
Yeah, they need to be regulated. This is dangerous. You can't have people
Come
just
on.
self-medicating. My God.
You can't have people taking vitamin C willy-nilly.
Oh my
Right.
God.
I mean,
No,
if all those
crazy.
people,
Oranges,
if all those
Jesus.
people take
Oh.
vitamin D, they might not get the COVID, and then we wouldn't have to cajole them into getting a vaccine. Oh my God!
Oh. But hear me out. If you can't take vitamin C, you're gonna have to eat more oranges, which means Florida will get more money, and DeSantis will get reelected, and then he won't run for president. That's it.
Yeah.
Aliens.
It'll be
Aliens.
it'll be 2030 and we'll be having the news will be all over the Zeta variant.
Oh my God. It will never end. It will
quintuple gamma.
never
Yeah.
end.
The
Everybody's-
lambda variant.
Everybody's walking around in like suits and
Hazmat suits.
hazmats and
Full ventilation gear on your head.
I never thought it would come to a point even where we were worried that this show would be taken off YouTube or pulled
Right.
from whatever
Right.
just because of what we said, which I don't think we say anything like really crazy, outlandish conspiracy
Right.
theory. I wanted to mention conspiracy theory.
Uh-oh.
This is kind of a, Alex Jones in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
2019 was just vilified for this crazy conspiracy theory that the government is harvesting organs and parts from babies.
Oh, that was debunked.
Anybody read the news today?
Debunked. That was
yeah.
Planned Parenthood.
yeah, I
Yep.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Read the news today.
But it's okay. My body, my choice. That's just a choice.
Well, the choice is, and I don't know if women are choosing this. I mean, some
Some are.
psychopaths might. I mean, but they're delivering the babies alive so that the organs never suffer blood loss. And what that means is that the babies their hearts are beating. They are alive.
Mm-hmm.
And while the hearts are beating and the babies are alive, they're taking organs and parts out of the babies.
Yep.
Okay, giant conspiracy theory in 2019. However, it is fucking true. And I'm sorry, I'm getting really upset about this, but they're using your tax dollars to do it.
Of course they are.
Yep. It's the
So
kind of,
Alex Jones, they made fun of him for the gay frogs, but that was right too.
Yep.
Look it up. So yeah.
Well, Wuhan lab leak was a conspiracy theory, and,
Yep.
and now it's like, yeah, that's pretty much
Oh
true.
yeah. Well, yeah, true.
Everything. I mean,
I don't know where Alex Jones gets his information, but maybe I don't want to know.
he gets it from everybody.
from paying attention.
Yeah.
His he's got people.
So we have our tax dollars funding like basically vivisection on human babies.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, that's
Basically
some Nazi
and-
doctor type bullshit there. Yeah.
That's what Megalev
Yeah.
is doing.
Yeah.
yeah, big time. I mean, that's
You know.
worse than what Mengele was
And-
doing,
and-
I think.
and it's the same party that was, what's wrong with, it's okay to punch Nazis. Well, guess what? You're the fucking Nazis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Banning books, asking for your papers.
Yep.
Go punch yourselves.
Yeah.
Stop hitting yourself.
You know,
Stop hitting
making us
yourself.
all into social groups that
Yeah.
we have to self-identify.
Right.
That's our dream. Who are the sheep and who are not, and good luck to them when it comes to it. That's all I have to say. Good luck to them.
4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
Yeah.
Well,
2 legs better. We're heading into the 2 legs better phase at this point.
Yeah. Just, and then you got, for instance, and I, how much I like to talk about Texas politics. There was an Austin police detective has charged the Austin district attorney with felony witness tampering
woo.
because he tried to get the district attorney was telling the detective what he could and couldn't say on the stand, was denying the defense exculpatory evidence, and the detective filled out an affidavit and charged him with felony witness tampering. And he was the witness. He's like, I'm the witness that they're tampering with.
Right.
They're and now the Texas Rangers are investigating it. And this is one of these like This is one of those like Soros DAs, right? They want to let all the criminals go, except white people that defend themselves. Those people have to go to jail. You know, let the criminals go, let the murderers go. We got to empty out those jails so we can put the white supremacists in.
Defund the police, but I'm getting a private security force.
Right. Yeah.
Cora Bush.
Oh my God. Corey Bush? Corey.
God.
Whatever.
You know,
not related to George W.
And she's standing up there and she's
No.
saying, we need to defund the police and take that money and spend it on what, social welfare or whatever the hell it was.
Whatever it is.
You know, which is I'm like, yeah, you're saying the silent part out loud again, Corey, because that part you're not supposed to say, because it's another Democrat money grab, defund the police so we can have that money and spend it on somebody else.
It would be
spend it on ourselves.
Very interesting to see how the police union campaign contributions have changed in the past 20 years. I'll bet. Because, I mean, it was not long ago that the chiefs of police and they were standing behind all the Democrats and
they still are.
They
still are, Jay.
I'd wager.
When they defund the police, the chief of police does not get defunded.
Oh, good boy.
Ooh.
I get that.
Laser eyes. All right.
He's got the eye beams. He's not feeling good today.
Oh.
Yeah. We think it's maybe an ear infection.
Oh.
He gets those.
Poor kitty.
Along with everything else.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Damn it.
Yeah.
So the specific case was the one where it was an Antifa thing in you might remember it in Austin, where the Antifa guy had an AR-15 and pointed at a guy in a car.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
And the guy shot back and defended himself and killed the guy. And now he's on trial for murder. It was this case where the DA was refusing to give the defense attorney exculpatory evidence, and the police detective is calling bullshit on it. And
good for him. And Texas Rangers are on it, which makes me hopeful because we never would have known that the that's right, Chipman's ATF lied, or actually it was the FBI that lied about Waco.
Oh yeah,
where they swore up and down they didn't use incendiary devices, and finally the Rangers were like, "That's interesting because we had a shit ton of them in the evidence."
What's this? It's right here.
Well, I don't think the Branch Davidians had these property of FBI.
Yeah.
Lies.
Yeah. For many, many years.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, how about them Olympics?
Oh God.
I'm not following the Olympics really.
I just,
I think it's funny that the people that win are all happy to be representing the U.S. and the people that are dissing the U.S. are all losing.
Not even like meddling, like remember that hammer thrower lady who was like surly.
Yeah.
She didn't even medal.
Women's soccer team. Maybe you should have spent more time practicing.
Yeah.
Than kneeling. I'm just saying.
Then posing for magazine covers and
the dude that tried to be the woman weightlifter lost.
Didn't even place.
Well, they're going to use that and be like, see.
So here's the thing.
Men aren't better than women.
Loser dude.
He's retiring now.
Thinks, I know I can't win against men. I'll go win against women. And then the Russian weightlifters show up.
And the lift was like 125 pounds.
Yeah, it was like nothing. I'm like, dude, I can do that.
I'm like,
people are thinking that it was intentional, that he lost on purpose, just to prove trans men aren't any better than women in sports.
I don't believe that.
Trans women, whatever. What I'm saying, lady men.
I don't believe that.
No, I believe it. I believe that he threw the match so that he could prove his transgender point.
Who was the one who was? I can't think of her name. I haven't been following it that closely, but she was like, "I freaking love America. I'm so glad."
Oh, yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah, she was
That's what it's about.
the female American wrestler that won the gold.
Yes.
Right.
She was fantastic.
Oh my gosh. It's that, because again,
Yeah.
if you really believe that it's such a horrible country, don't represent us.
Bye-bye.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
If you are the best and you are going to win the Olympics for America, well, how could you make a stronger statement than I would decline to participate because of the egregious blah 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 blah.
Right. Or you go to Cuba or something and represent them.
Cuba.
Well, if you hate the U.S. so much,
the woman who won the gold, she's first generation American. Her father is from Ghana.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're like the fiercest, because they know what it's like to live in a third world shithole.
Yeah.
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 But it's almost over, so that's the good part.
What is almost over?
The Olympics.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
No. This bullshit.
I thought this was almost over.
It's only going to get worse, and we'll be lucky to live through it. But
yeah, well.
Yeah,
okay.
We will be lucky to live through it. It is. It's only going to get worse.
Does anybody have good news?
No.
Let me think. Hold on.
Oh boy. Let's not end the show on this note, guys.
I know. Well, I've got a neat show and tell. So
I have no show and tell. Well, kinda.
You had a show. You just had a show and tell.
Well, I had the cat, but he's always here. So
you got a whole cabinet full of show and tell right next to you.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, so I thought we were trying to think of good news.
No, well,
I just
maybe next week.
Retrieved this. This is the Sqrpt bivvy, and it is not just a knife.
Ooh,
right?
What?
It also has a hole punch, and the Phillips screwdriver doesn't really look like a.
That's fun.
Yeah,
I see it. Yeah,
like a truncated Phillips.
Yeah, it's like the and then of course your flathead screwdriver and bottle opener, etc.
I love those things.
And this is my favorite part. Ready? It's a switch plier.
Oh my god!
Isn't that the coolest thing? You're just like, back off, man! I got needleless pliers.
Oh my god!
That's awesome! I love it.
Not the craw, the craw.
That is so cool.
It's just,
I love it so much.
It's a multi-tool that doesn't look like a multi-tool. You've got your standard blade. It's a liner lock, thumb stud, and then it's like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. I can take care of that. Oh, I was holding it. So that's my show. It's got a pocket clip. So you can put it in your pocket. It's a little on the chunky side, but
chunky pocket.
It's a chunky boy.
That's good.
But again.
I like it.
I'll get back to that. Back off, man. I got pliers.
That's great.
I love that.
So it's something fun.
I think the pliers would even be legal in England.
Maybe. I don't know. We could,
as long as they're not sharp.
I don't know. They have those deadly spoons.
They brag about taking spoons off the street. Ooh, the scourge of spoons. The ghost of William Moss is going, God damn it!
I can't even.
He's like, I had a claymore. I could have conquered the whole fucking continent by now.
There was a cat.
That.
Oh, I heard him.
Oh, he's singing the song of his people. Oh. He's on patrol.
You have to sing the song. No? It's dinner time. Mike's in there making cat dinner.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Show over.
All right. That was a good show and tell.
Well, you know what? Next, I had to buy a new jar for my cabinet of curiosities. I don't think I've ever posted a picture of the cabinet of curiosities on the Sqrpt. But regardless, I had to buy a new little jar. And I have like little bits and bobs that I put in there, singing the song. And so I had to buy a new little jar. And I was in Hobby Lobby with my mom. She's like, "What do you need the little jar for?" I was like, "Oh, Mike's tooth." It's in a jar in the cabinet.
Was he talking when he shouldn't have?
No, he had this was years ago.
You had to tell him twice.
The tooth removed for some reason or another. It was like impacted or something, and he had it removed. And he kept it in his dresser drawer for the longest time. But when I got the cabinet, he's like, "Want to put it in your cabinet?" I'm like, "Okay." So now it has its own jar. I'm not going to show it, but it's a tooth.
I had a coworker who, still have a coworker who actually was bitten by a brown recluse and got a really nasty infection on his leg, and had to have some pretty heavy duty antibiotics.
Oops,
and
sorry.
He was talking with his doctor. You'd have to understand he's a good guy but a little off, and he's like, "So doc, if they have to cut off my leg, do I get to keep it?" And the doctor was like, "No, you don't get to keep it." He's like, "But it's my leg."
Yes.
Yeah, so apparently you can't.
Why?
I don't. Apparently it's medical.
Can't
waste
you
or
taxidermied or something?
He wanted to make an umbrella stand out of it or a trash bin or something.
You could taxidermy your leg and then make it your leg.
Wait. Oh, Alan.
He did.
That's wrong.
He did get better, so it was a moot point. But he was very indignant. He's like, they told me I couldn't keep my own leg.
You can.
I'm like,
you taxidermy your own leg and make it like your prosthesis. That's not right, Alan.
But put it on backwards? Yeah.
That's not right.
It'd be like a mummy foot.
Oh my God. But there was a famous, Civil War guy that had his leg on a mantle in some museum.
Yeah.
And he would go visit it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. It was buried with him.
Yeah, but it was on display and he would go visit it.
Yeah. Oh God.
But I think that's wrong. You can't keep your own body part. It's yours.
The weirdest thing.
There's that movie. Wait, it's a documentary. Somebody bought. Oh shit! No, I can't remember the name of it.
General Sickles' leg.
Yes, thank you.
But there's a documentary, and it's recent. Somebody bought a barbecue, I don't know, something. I think it was like a barbecue, like a grill, and inside the grill there was a leg. An actual leg, not a prosthesis, but an amputated leg.
A human leg?
Human leg. And somehow they figured out who the leg belonged to, and the dude wanted it back, but the guy who bought the thing and got the leg with the purchase didn't want to give it up. And so there's a big lawsuit about this amputated leg. Look it up. I can't remember. It's a documentary.
Well,
thank you, Alan.
I think he's right though. If you buy something, you bought it. Whatever's in it.
Why would you want a leg?
Well, he bought it though.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah,
oh shit! I have to look this up now. Hold on.
Some people don't let go of stuff, Jay.
It's not like you bought a used car and it was 10 kilos of cocaine in the trunk. I mean, that I can understand. Well, hold on here. Wait a moment.
Okay, it's from 2015. And the title is Finders Keepers.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that was trying to get his property back.
The story details John Wood's attempts to recover his mummified legs from Shannon Wisnant after Wisnant found a leg in a grill purchased at a storage unit auction.
Oh, okay.
Finders Keepers.
Yep.
I like the little bone part sticking out. That's cute. Anyway,
so
like
so
a
the
ham
guy
hock.
that
Look,
the
it's
guy
like a ham hock.
was it
With the bone sticking out.
Was it his leg? And he just kept it in a storage shed or storage?
I don't know the story of how the leg.
Or was it somebody else's leg?
Yeah, was it just a random leg that, like he
No.
got
Okay.
like a white
In
elephant?
2004, John Wood and his father Tom are involved in a plane crash in Tom's Cessna. Tom is killed, and John's leg must be amputated below the knee.
Okay.
John requests that the hospital return his amputated leg to him, intending to turn it into a shrine to his father as a way of coping with his grief.
That's
John is surprised when, rather than return his leg and foot bones, the hospital gives him his entire amputated leg, including the flesh and muscle. John makes several failed attempts to skin the leg himself before deciding to mummify it. The leg ends up in a barbecue grill in John's storage shed, undergoing a primitive mummification process.
Wow.
And he relapses into drug addiction, and then apparently the storage shed, gets auctioned off, as they do.
Wow.
Wow,
That's
indeed.
like
So maybe it's his fault. Your friend couldn't get his leg back.
I mean, that's just people of Walmart to the nth degree,
Big time.
Like, if you've got your own leg in a storage unit and you can't keep up the payments, you might be a redneck. And that's like even Jeff Foxworthy can't come up with this shit.
Hey, I know. Wow.
And General Sickles did visit his leg.
Yeah.
It was on display at the Army Medical History Museum, and he'd go with it. He'd go there with friends and stuff, and be like, "Yeah, there's my leg.
See
right
that?
there."
That's my leg. You know whose leg that is? This guy's.
It's still there. It's still there.
Just because of the tooth I brought up.
Because of a
Yes.
tooth, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was the most disturbing
It's time.
thing. When I realized that, all of the baby teeth that the tooth fairy had taken were actually saved.
Aw.
Like, I mean, it's cute, but also, like you think you kept pieces of your child that fell out. I'm just glad I didn't have my appendix out. That would have been messy. We had it wrapped up next to
in a jar.
It would have been a dried up little like coin purse or something.
Ew.
It looked like a scrotum.
Oh my God.
You're lucky they didn't keep that.
Just the tip.
It's time to go.
Brady's like, I've had enough of you guys.
Oh, remember that? No, never mind. I was gonna say, remember the deer scrotum in Colorado?
Oh my gosh. I hope somebody made a coin purse out of that. Anyway.
You missed it, Jay.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I missed. There was, yeah.
Okay, good night, everybody.
We reached an hour. We're done.
Hey, it's an hour and a couple of minutes. All right.
Okay.
Well, we'll be back next week,
All right.
one way or another.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Night, y'all.
Keep your ammo dry.